Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Rant, and my name is Q, and today I'm going to be giving my brief, basically explanation on what Android One is, how is it beneficial to you, should you care, all that other good stuff. And I know there's plenty of videos out here on this subject already, but I'm just going to kind of give you basically, in the simplest version possible. I'm not going to use any big terms and stuff like that. I'm just basically going to tell you what it is, should you care, benefits, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and get it started. All right, guys. So basically, Android One, when it was first launched, it was basically Google's way of allowing, basically putting Android on lower end devices to give it a more smooth experience. Now Android One, and it was basically to bring it to developing countries, so a lot of poor countries. But now Android One has kind of revamped the goal, and they have expanded and not only focusing on third world, not third world countries. It's kind of rude. Developing nations. They're also, they're focusing on the U.S. So we'll get to that here in a second. So pretty much, Android One is basically an unmodified version of Android. It is pure. Most of the time, it's pure stock Android, and you're guaranteed security updates. You're guaranteed software updates. You're guaranteed Android version updates for the next 2 years at least. It can be more, but it's guaranteed for 2 years and 3 years for security patches. Okay, so the phone is made to last, and the specs are usually mid tier. They have some flagship higher end devices that are Android One, but most of them are mid tier devices. And then we also have Android Go, which is, it's it's basically what Android One's initiative was. So I'll make a separate video about that. But Android One basically is to bring a unmodified version of Android, pure stock Android, with security updates, all that, to a mid-tier device. So it has to be approved by Google. It's a partnership that manufacturers have with Google, and it's literally probably almost no bloatware, and it's pure Android, and you're guaranteed updates. So what is the benefit? Should you care? Yeah, you should care. I mean, now unless you're just a big old fan of LG's UI, which I don't know who would, or you're a big fan of Samsung's, or you're a big fan of Huawei's, which I'm actually a fan of Huawei's MUI platform. But yeah, so unless you're a big fan of somebody else's platform, Android is pure. I would actually like Android, a pure version of Android, um, which would be my first choice, but EMUI is definitely close after that. But anyway, so basically, Android One is pure Android. So basically, yes, if you're somebody that cares about updates, you want to receive. So like, you get a phone now that's on Oreo, you want to receive Android Pie and whatever Android Q is, you would get an Android One phone because you're guaranteed those two updates. Um, and you're guaranteed 3 years of security patches. Google releases a security patch every month, um, but the only people that get, one second, guys, I had a camera mismatch, and I don't edit. I very rarely edit my videos, and I do now because I'm trying to be more professional. But anyway, uh, most people don't get those security patches that Google releases every month. Um, Only people that get those are or Pixel devices, or like the Essential phone. It gets it, but then again, it was created by the guy who founded Android. So basically, Android One, you'll get all the security patches. You will get the next two updates at least, and yeah, it's just pure Android. So if you're somebody on a budget and you want the greatest devices, definitely go for a Android One device. Now, some of the companies that have partnered with Android One, that's receiving the Android One initiative, Nokia, because Nokia used to be famous for Windows phones. They stopped making Windows phones, and now they're all Android One. Motorola has their X4, which is Android One. Xiaomi has Android One devices. HTC has some Android One devices. Um, you know, there's a lot of Android One manufacturers out there. You just got to Google it and see which is which is available, and what is in your price range. So there's not really many downsides to Android One. I can't really think of off the top of my head. Oh, unless, like I said, unless you're a big fan of TouchWiz or LG UX or whatever the case may be, then yeah, of course, steer away from Android. Now you can still customize it with no issue. You know, you can get Nova Launcher or whatever the case may be, but for the most part, Android One is to bring you a pure, unmodified version of Android. You know, guaranteed security, guaranteed updates. You know, it's Android the way Google designed it for it to be before any unmodification. It's Android the way Google sees it. So I think it's a good initiative, you know, especially for people that care about updates. You know, you can buy a phone for under $300 and be guaranteed updates. So I think it's most definitely a good option for Android enthusiasts that care about updates. And like I said, it's just purely in love with Android. Um, so yeah, guys, if you want updates and you want a good performance phone, definitely check out Android One. You know, you definitely find a good phone with some good performance, and that will, hey, you'll be up to date for at least the next 3 years. So if this was helpful and informative anyway, please leave a like on the video. Leave a comment, guys. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, subscribe if you haven't already. Share this out with your friends. All that other good stuff. Leave a question. If you got any questions, definitely leave it down below about if you have anything questions about this, or you got any questions about anything else that you would like for me to cover in future videos. So this has been Q from Tech Rants, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.